What's up, guys? Welcome, and thanks for joining another Warhammer 3 casted replay. Today we're going to have myself, LeBaked, playing as the Lizardmen versus SW1442 on the Skaven. Been, I think, a little over a year since I played New Warhammer, so excited to be back. Definitely had a lot of I definitely have a lot of catching up to do as far as game knowledge goes and the meta and new units and whatnot, but excited to be playing again. Gonna try casting a little bit again and just having some fun. So let's take a look at both of the armies as we always do. In the front line for the Skaven player, we have gutter runners, just the little light skirmishers. Gonna try to soften up my front line a little bit. For our front line, we have Skaven Slave, Spears, and Slingers. Looks like a couple units of those. A couple units of Clan Rat Spears with shields in the second tier. On his left front line, he has his Lord Skrolk. Just going to have a quick look at the spells he's running here. Rod of Corruption, Blessed with Filth, Plague, and Pestilent Birth. So he's got a summon there and a couple damage over time abilities. This one's a Vortex, actually, and a Poison Imbuement. Seems like quite a bit of... Some of those spells are pretty expensive, but not gonna worry about it. Over beside his Lord, he has a unit of Warplock Jezzails. Really good long range. Really good at taking down beasts and larger targets. But I really like these guys. I used to take them when I do still play Skaven. I like Skaven. I take them a lot, but they're hard to protect. If something gets on them, they're just like taken out immediately. It's really tough to protect them. They seem to get destroyed pretty easily. But if they do fire away, they are very good. Over on the other side of his map here, or of his army here, on the right, we have a unit of Doom Flayers. Good anti-infantry, armored. Doom Flayers, I think, are definitely pretty decent right now. They are also armored piercing. We have a Wheels of Doom, Regiment of Renown. This one is a giant Doom wheel with quite a bit of magic ammunition, 52. That's quite a bit, actually, and a missile strength of 130 with armor piercing. That's pretty decent, and can definitely roll through some infantry, so pretty tough on this side. Right behind those guys, we have a unit of Warp Fire Throwers, also very good range, not good range, but also a very good range unit. Short range, the fire will lower leadership on units that it hits, I think like 8 or 10 or something like that, and pretty decent damage too, pretty big missile strength, so we're going to have to watch out for those guys as well. For a hero, he has brought Gorich. Pretty sure this guy's just a big bruiser, anti-infantry. A little bit decent bit of armor and leadership there. Nice weapon strength and yeah, armor piercing, anti-infantry. Not quite sure what he has for abilities. Basically, yeah, melee stuff, extra damage, extra armor piercing, speed, and a few debuffs and things like that. Yeah, right on. Okay, for the very back line, it wouldn't be Skaven, I guess, unless we had some long-range artillery. We've got some Plague, one unit of Plague Claw catapults, anti-infantry, of course. And we also have a Warp Lightning Cannons. Good for taking out anti-large, definitely against Lizardmen. That would probably be a pretty good choice. We have some Skaven Slaves right behind there, just to kind of get in the way. And a unit of Clan Rat Spears with shields right behind the Plague Claw catapult. And for myself, we went with, I went for a bit of a skink army. I was against Skaven, so I didn't want to bring like a whole bunch of Saurus, make like a Saurus kind of army. So I went with the skinks. We have 3 units of skink cohorts right in the front line. These guys have shields, and they're just kind of like my trash units to absorb whatever shots the Skaven are going to shoot right off the bat. Right behind those guys, we have 4 or 5 units of red-crested skinks. These guys are a little bit better. They have armor piercing and poison, so I don't really need the armor piercing against Skaven too much, but the poison will definitely be nice. We have a feral Bastiladon. This guy I brought just because he's so cheap for a monster. It just seems really decent. Super highly armored, 140 armor, decent, good against fighting infantry. He will rampage pretty quick, but you get him, you just smash them through the front line into the back, and they usually make out pretty well. Backing up the skinks, I brought a unit of Croxagore. Now, my idea here was that the Croxagores and the Skinks, they get a little buff off each other when they're in range. The Croxagores get a little extra, 10% extra base weapon damage and armor piercing, and the Skinks get the ability to use fear lowering the leadership of the enemy. So I thought that would be a good little combo, especially against Skaven, a low leadership faction. I thought that'd be a pretty nice little combo to take. Over on my far right, we have 2 units of Feral Cold Ones as well. Just going to use these guys to try to flank around the back and get at whatever range my opponent was going to bring. For a Lord, we have just a regular Slaane's Mage Priest. I just brought healing spells. I have all my passives, and then I just have Earthblood, Regrowth, and Flesh to Stone. This is just physical resistance increase to support my monsters, and a couple healing spells to also support my monsters. His bodyguard is going to be a Feral Carnosaur. I brought this guy. He's anti-large, good fighter. I like Feral Carnosaurs. They do rampage pretty easy, but they are a pretty tough unit, and nice to have as a bodyguard for my Lord here. It's faster. It's pretty decent speed. It's pretty fast compared to other Lizardmen monsters, so I figured he'd be not too bad getting back to my Lord if my Lord got in trouble. And basically my win condition, besides my other monsters, is my Dread Saurian. This is the firing variety. Very expensive, like 3,000, little over 3,000 gold, but he has a really nice poison missile strength. Not too much ammunition, but at least he can shoot, so it's pretty nice. Tons of weapon strength, very tanky, lots of armor, tons of life, over 11,000 HP there. So going to use this guy to just kind of smash and bash my way through my opponent's army when I can, while also being supported by the healing and the damage reduction spells. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the battle and see how she plays out. So I started up close to my starting point, just so I could close the gap as quick as possible. I didn't want to sit there and take shots from the Skaven. Skirmishes in a little bit, but that's not going to hurt me or slow me down too much. Skaven, of course, it's all about how much damage sometimes they can get off on the approach. He is softening up my army quite a bit, actually. Doom Flayers coming into some Skinks. Not too worried about losing some Skinks. That was a nice hit, though. They're going to decimate that, kind of picking away at that flank. Being supported by the Warp Fire Throwers also, which I don't really mind using all that on some Skinks way over there. Doesn't bother me too much. His hero, Golrich, he's getting right in there. I'm sending my Feral Bastillodon in. He's actually probably going to go bump into him, but taking a lot of damage on the approach. Immediately rampages, being under fire from his Warp Fire Cannon. Get a pretty nice flank over on the far right with the Feral Cold Ones. These guys actually get caught in some spears a little bit, so that was good of him to catch that. These ones here, I rush straight in for the Warplock Jezzails. I don't want these guys firing away on any of my big monsters. I do get past the spears a little bit, do get caught on them. He is doing a nice job intercepting, slowing me down, trying to protect that backline artillery, which I am really trying to get to pretty hard. Front lines are now fully locked in together. We have Skinks and Skaven Slave spears and shields locked in together. The Skinks with the backup of the Kroxigors should definitely smash through all of this without any big problem. Also with the Dread Saurian, I did drop a couple spells there, some damage reduction because they were getting fired at one point there. Some of my units on the left, he definitely kind of won the left fight here. He destroyed a few units pretty quick. They're routing, but they will be back. We're just kind of holding it now. We've only got our Lord and our Feral Carnosaur out here, kind of in a bit of a dangerous situation, to be honest. He's got his hero Golrich out here and the Doom Flayers, so it's a pretty good matchup. But luckily my Slaane's Mage Priest, he does have his bodyguard here. Well, I mean, he did have his bodyguard here. Yeah. Good boy. Get back here. Oh, he's gone. Okay. They're fighting that. That's fine for me. He's anti-large, so that'll be fine for him fighting that Doom Flayer stuck up against the Dread Saurian. We do start bringing my Mage Priest back. We don't want to get caught out here by himself, getting beat up by Golrich. I think I even did use a Flesh to Stone on that guy just so he didn't take too much damage. In the back line for the Skaven, we did manage to get through some Feral Cold Ones. They are getting on these catapults. That'll be nice. That'll help out with the infantry not getting shot by that. The cannons are still online, though, getting some good shots in on my Dread Saurian. Kind of hard to miss. It's pretty gigantic. He actually has his Lord Scroll pretty close up in the front line. Actually kind of gets surrounded here by some Kroxigors and stuff. He probably doesn't want to stay in that very long, but the Kroxigors have taken some damage themselves. He's getting a little support here now from the Doom Flayers. I don't know how they do against Croxagores, but I feel like the Croxagores are okay here, especially with my Slaanean Priest here supporting them. He's going to be dropping some heals on these guys, making sure they don't get too damaged. On the peripherals, we have units, quite a few, mostly just skink units and some chaff units of the Skaven, spears and whatnot, some sling. Oh, he's got the gunner runners here surrounded. These guys will chew through these gunner runners. Actually, no problem, but a lot of my routed units now are actually now coming back into the fight. I'm a bit slow on the micro. You guys will have to excuse me. I'm getting warmed back up. Pretty nice catch here on his Lord. Lord Skrolkir stuck between my Croxagores, SAURIAN, and my Lord. That's not really where he wants to be. The only thing he has going for him is he is a very small Lord, so he's pretty hard to hit. My Croxagores can hit him a bit, but the SAURIAN probably could have a better target. Which, this guy actually I think is probably a better target. We'll get the SAURIAN. We got the SAURIAN on Golric, and yeah, it's kind of nice. I had something to kind of match whatever he had. We kept the Croxagores on his Lord. He's bringing in some routed units, and I start to as well, and the fight continues there. Over on the far right, he definitely kind of dominated over here on the far right. I couldn't totally take out his Warp Fire, and with the Doom Flayers and all the massive units he had, I kind of lost on this side, but we do still have some skinks chipping away there, holding things up, so it's not a total loss. Feral Carnosaur, at one point, I think I just sent on these cannons because we had to take them out there firing away, and he did a nice job doing that, the Feral Carnosaur, actually. I did get these guys rallied, but unfortunately I just didn't, they were just out of my vision right away, so I didn't get them right back in the fight. But Feral Carnosaur, he does alright. He takes a big blast from the Warp Fire throwers, and that immediately sends him into rampage mode, into a bunch of spears, but he'll still kill the spears, but he didn't quite get to the target he wanted to. He still has these weapons teams over here that I haven't been able to take out. Heading back to the middle of the battlefield, Dread Saurian still holding, still taking fire from everywhere, but holding back this hero and actually doing some good damage. He is getting a little bit low, but I do believe I get a heal on him fairly soon. Croxagore doing fine. There's not really anything to answer these Croxagores at the moment. He is chipping them down, like he is getting some good damage, but I'm kind of, between all my monsters, I'm just dropping heals and damage resist as much as I can with my Slaanean Mage Priest, and pretty much staying right on his Lord. Oh, there's a nice hit there from the SAURIAN. Getting his Lord pretty low, hopefully be able to take him out soon. I know with the Skaven, they have such low leadership that taking out their Lord is just such a big swing in your favor, because the game is still kind of even right now, even though was feeling pretty good at this point with the amount of monsters I still had left, but the balance of power was still calling it pretty even. He still has his Lord, still has his hero. He had some artillery. In the back line, we rally in some cold ones. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, they're still back there. We did get our Feral Carnosaurs and a few low skink units up onto the weapons teams. Destroyed the Warp Fire throwers and those. So these guys did good. We no longer have anything in the back line shooting at us, which is really nice. Now I can focus my micro and attention back to the middle, start to get his Lord to rally, and at this point, we pretty much have it in the bag, I would say. He does still have this Wheel Doom Flayer going around, so this is definitely holding quite a bit for him, but as you can see, that's quickly dropping. I don't know why these guys aren't swinging, but they are chipping him down. He's pretty much gone. We did end up killing his Lord. I didn't see it, but yeah. That was very chaotic, or felt like it to me after not playing for so long. It's very chaotic. It's hard to you know, micro everything perfectly, but that's just how it goes. It was still a really fun game, and that's kind of the point. Just want to cast games to have fun. Hopefully they're half entertaining, have some cool units in there, and kind of learn along the way with everybody. So, oh, I guess we should take a look at all the damage values we got here. Gonna take a look at the Goon Squad here, all my monsters and stuff. My Lord here, my Slaanean Mage Priest, got pretty good value. He got quite a few kills, actually. I did drop a couple vortexes and stuff there that I missed in the cast, but he was healing a lot, and giving the flesh to stone to my monsters, so that was keeping them pretty healthy. Yep, that's my Dread Saurian. Wow, actually overpaid for himself. I think he's 3,100, and he almost got 3,500 value worth of gold, so paid for himself there. Carnosaur paid for himself as well. Also with the Croxagores. These guys didn't quite pay for themselves, but they did draw a lot of fire at the beginning on the approach, so he kind of did his job. He definitely disrupted stuff, but the left side that he was on was the weaker side, so it was kind of expected to lose, but definitely tied up some units. A couple of the skinks, these were also on the left side. They got kind of destroyed early, but one of them there did some not bad damage. Did their job, though, what they were supposed to, kind of cannon fodder. Red Crested Skinks did okay. A couple of units did okay there, but they did their job. And the same with the Cold One Riders. They actually, oh wow, this one actually did really well. So between the two of them, they definitely like double paid for themselves value-wise. So very good value out of the units that mattered. For my opponent, looks like not too bad a value on his Lord. Oh, very good value on his hero, actually, Golrich. You know, Skaven Slave Spears, things like that. They're only going to do so much for you for value-wise. They're not killing things. They're just getting in the way so that your things that kill things can do their job. Doom Flares did all right. Not too bad. He probably was hoping for a little more value out of those. I did have a decent amount of infantry, but that wasn't really where the threat was from. Oh, those were slingers there. Yeah, they actually got really good value. Quite a bit of value. So they probably got to shoot most of their shots. Totally shut down his Giselles. I was pretty happy about that. And his big cannon there actually got quite a bit of damage. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Almost double paid for itself. But eventually we did break through and get them shut down. That was just my opponent doing a really good job getting in my way, shutting me down from getting to his back line. So very fun match. GG to my opponent. And hope you guys enjoyed that replay. I'll probably start doing more. I'm definitely going to be playing more, and yeah, hopefully as the game knowledge expands and we get back into it, we're gonna have some more fun and cast some more games. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.